All right, folks, 25th June, Tuesday, 6 p.m. Here we go. Apologize for the wind if it's making a difference. We don't have the weather pattern this week thus far to be dropping any ground for dry hay, which I need bad. Well, we got to keep going. What are we going to do? Sit in the house? No. Well, there's another option, and for me, it's making alfalfa baleage. I decided last night, depending on today's forecast, because we did have scheduled 3 to 4 hours worth of about 40 to 50% rain this afternoon, and of course foreign water of any kind is a huge no-no in making alfalfa baleage. As it turns out, it went away. We didn't get it, so we got a perfect world here. I'm darn near done. Yeah. Folks, I gotta tell you, I'm satisfied. I've seen a hell of a lot better crops. I've seen a hell of a lot worse crops. I'm gonna give this one a good happy medium. Now right now, I ain't gonna lie to you, and I'm gonna show you some thin spots. Right now, we're in some pretty significant thick alfalfa. There are some pretty bad thin spots. But all in all, I'm gonna give this, I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. All right, now some of you that are just tuning in, new to the channel, are wondering what in the hell am I doing? Folks, we're not making dry hay here. That's pretty obvious. I think I already talked about that in the beginning of the video. I do not want this laid out thick, wide and flat to dry out. I don't want this to dry out. I want this just to wither a little bit. We want moisture in this, folks, for when we wrap it. I'm going to be baling this tomorrow mid-morning and wrapping all night tomorrow night, evening. And yeah, so let's go over a couple of the particulars. First and foremost, this is new seeding alfalfa. This is Jun Seeds. This is their J50 Plus variety that I put in last year. And of course, it was put in with oats. The one thing I'm not the most pleased with, actually it's not too bad right here, is all this oat stubble. I'm not significantly pleased with it. It's not a deal breaker. It just, it doesn't need to be. Because here's the deal. What I wouldn't mind doing is coming out here about 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, morning dew dependent. And I would like to merge 2 rows into one. Merging by way of my rotary rake, which does a real good job. It's very strong. It handles this pretty darn well. And it cuts a lot of the baling time. Okay, let's talk about the Discbine. This is the New Holland H7230. It's got a 10-foot 4-inch cut. Rubber on rubber wheels. I obviously set this up to where the wings are folded in quite well. And of course the deflector, I'm going to call it the deflector, I'm sorry folks, is up enough to where it does hit the wings and makes a nice prolific line. Okay, crimp. There is no crimp. There's just a little amount of crimp just to take the product and shoot it out of the Discbine. I don't want this product crimped. I don't want the moisture out of the plant. I want it to stay within the plant. So therefore, on this Discbine with the adjustments I have, I got it to the happy medium and then loosened it up 4 rounds. As you can tell, I'm almost at the end there. There's just enough there to let the product come through it and spit it out. Folks, I decided to do a video series. This is obviously number 1 of making alfalfa baleage. Got a monster of a day tomorrow. Basically by myself until it's time for wrapping in the afternoon, excuse me, evening after chores. I got my good buddy and neighbor, Ryan, who's helped me out the last couple of years now. He's going to be taking on the 6400 open cab with the loader, and he's going to be feeding me bales so I can feed them into the wrapper. So yeah, kind of a monster of a couple of days here. I'm real happy with this stuff. Like I said, I'm going to give it a thumbs up. I've seen a lot better. Mother Nature dependent with some moisture. I'm extremely excited to see what the second crop is going to be. So yeah, it's ready. It's good. That wind picked up significantly. Those are some dandy rows. Alright, I am going to take you with me for a little bit. Before we get this thing fired up, I do want to say that we are going to have a bale count contest. It's going to be the first contest of some manner this year. And we do have some giveaways this year, folks. We're getting fancy. There's going to be a video tonight. I'm only hopeful to upload it tonight, if not early tomorrow morning. Do not put your bale count on this video, please. The video that I post tonight or early tomorrow morning, it's going to be basically me and Krista are going to be out here on the Ranger. We're going to talk about the product. We're going to talk about what I did to get it to this point, what it is, how it is, where it is. And we're going to take a ride around the field with the Ranger just so you can kind of get a look-see of some pretty meek spots. Not too impressed with them, but whatever. You have to take the good with the bad. And then on that video, of course, I will call for your numbers, and we're going to go from there. And depending on how late I wrap tomorrow night, I'll have your answer, and we have some free hat giveaways. That video will be done tonight. Other than that, I don't know what else to say here, except for time is a-burning. She's already been a long day, and I got a lot to do yet to finish this up and then prepare for tomorrow. So I guess we might as well just start the Discbine.